gonna do the whole.
We're just gonna. Hey guys, welcome to an episode of Shawn and Richard Save the Industry ASMR. Shawn's gonna be over there making weird breathing noises for the next 25 minutes, and I'm gonna bring you today's content at this slow, annoying, whispered level. While he moans gently into the microphone. Fuck! I'm trying so hard to get that sentence out.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Shawn and Richard Save the Industry. I'm Shawn.
I'm Richard.
And today we're going to be talking about electronic arts.
Or EA.
Dark magic.
Or Garbage Fire. Or the worst company in America, 2012, 2013. Or the Golden Poo. They earned a Golden Poo award. But yeah, anyways, we've been talking about it for a minute.
Specifically today, we've talked about it about an hour and a half because their equipment keeps fucking up.
Yeah.
But
but we're talking about EA and some of the things that they've done, which is why we hate them so much.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we don't like them, but it's more than that. We hate them a lot.
Yeah.
So,
It's actual hatred. I think about them way more than I should.
yeah.
So let's go ahead and just bump it off with something that's relatively recent. So Battlefield 5 didn't do very well.
Oh, no, it did not.
So let's have a little...
12 days after release, it dropped down to $30 at certain retailers. 12 days.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Just get this shit out of here. We don't want to look at it.
Just we need to move it off the shelf
we need
because
shelf
there's
space.
good games are coming that people will buy, and we need room. And we don't have room right now. So just give it away. Give it away.
Get it the fuck out of my face.
My desk is wobbly. Can I use one of the copies to prop it up to make it not wobble? Cool.
Yeah.
It's somewhere Battlefield 5 is being used to prop up somebody's desk.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Hopefully it's like 8 or 9 discs all stacked on top of each other and not just one case. You're like stacking the coasters?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not coasters.
And the greatest part about all this is EA took exactly the wrong lesson from this game not doing well.
Oh,
and
God. The opposite of the correct lesson.
They believe that the reason that this game didn't perform very well is because they spent time on a single-player campaign instead of a battle royale mode.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I want. I want not have good single player.
And I want another battle royale game.
Yeah. When there's, I mean, especially like now that Apex Legends is out.
Like, EA, you have one already. EA, calm down.
Yeah, like you probably knew it was in the works. Like, why'd you even attempt to bother? Don't do that.
Yeah, you have one already, and it's one of the good ones, honestly. So good job.
I mean, you don't get to take really any of the credit other than, hey, we gave them money, but
yeah, but hey,
you gave them money.
That should be your entire role at this point. Just give developers money and then just shut the fuck up because you're wrong all the time. Every time you're wrong.
Yeah. We could talk about some other things they said about Battlefield 5, including the backlash that they faced when they did the launch trailer. There was a woman in it, and some gamers were like, "Oh, a woman in my video games or what?" And then other gamers were like, "Well, it doesn't exactly fit the time period, and I like your games for their historical accuracy to an extent, so I'm not going to play it based on that." And so one group of those people are very wrong and bigoted, and one group of those people are like, you've got a valid point.
Yeah.
It's your opinion.
It's not something that really honestly bothers me at all. It's a video game.
It doesn't bother me at all, but it bothers some people, and you know what? They weren't being like rude about it or, saying.
I mean, some of them definitely were.
Some of them were, but there were a good portion of them that were just like, it's not historically accurate, so I'm not going to play it, which is fair. And then EA Dice comes out and says, basically, get the fuck over it or don't buy it.
And then people didn't buy it, and they're like, why didn't people buy it?
Pikachu meme right here.
Yeah.
EA's like, don't buy our game. Gamers are like,
okay.
All right, we won't. And EA's all,
what?
And it's kind of funny because if you look at the Battlefield games, Battlefield 5 did worse than Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4 did worse than Battlefield 3. So, and wait. I forgot Battlefield 1. Battlefield 5 did worse than Battlefield 1, which did worse than 4, which did worse than 3. Good job, guys. You're
actually Battlefield 1 is actually Battlefield 5 because nobody knows how numbers work anymore.
Right? The Xbox 360 to Xbox One. What? It's not how math works. You missed a golden opportunity for Xbox 720.
Yeah.
Entertainment 720. Parks and Rec. Watch it. Not sponsored or affiliated with Parks and Rec. So, it's a little ridiculous that they would say that and then be surprised that their game didn't do well and then be like, oh yeah, it's the gamers who are wrong because we focus too much on a single player, even though literally nobody complained about that. In fact, I know quite a few people who are like, the single player is really good and I enjoyed it.
It's funny that they would even think that was the right lesson to take when people didn't like the first Battlefront because there wasn't a single player. That was one of the gripes. And then you give us a single player in Battlefront 2, but then you make us pay $1,000 for everything.
And you shit on us.
And just poop.
Just giant shit.
Just poop
everywhere. It wasn't even golden. We gave you a golden poop and you couldn't even do that.
You just gave us fucking Taco Bell diarrhea.
And then lit it on fire. So it smelled real bad.
Why is there shit everywhere? Why?
But it's funny, they keep consistently shitting on us. We voted them worst company in America in 2012 and 2013. And in 2013, on the poll that was taken, 77.5% of the voters voted EA as the worst company in America. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's not even like that's just worst like entertainment company or worst gaming company.
No, it's
that's
worst company.
Any industry, worst company.
And then they go...
Which honestly, like, they suck, yes. There are worse companies. And there are much worse companies in the grand scheme of companying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
Like Comcast. Like
or Verizon currently.
Yeah. Or
do you know what Verizon did?
What did Verizon do?
I'll tell you about what Verizon did, but if you don't know what Verizon did, go look it up and don't let them get away with this bullshit. But anyways, the next year they're like, maybe we should, try to figure out why don't they like us? Well, they don't like you because you don't care about them.
Yeah,
that's why. And so they go, oh, maybe we should like put the players first, and we should, in our meetings and stuff, always make sure it's player focused, it's player driven. We're doing what the players want. And, someone's always asking in their meetings, like, is that, player first, that kind of thing. And their CEO, I'm going to read off a quick quote, was even quoted saying, it's loading, hold on. He was quoted saying, it's not about revenue. It's not about what benefits EA. But when did you guys take that to heart?
Yeah, when did that happen?
When was that? I think I missed that. Might have happened when we jumped timelines.
Yeah, was that in the
but
during the development of Mass Effect Andromeda? Is that when that happened?
Oh, burn. But I haven't seen anything that could even slightly be considered player first at all. You literally were like, oh, let's do player first stuff. And then we're like, oh, hey, but this thing makes a lot of money. And they said that they hate it a lot. But fuck them. Charge them 20 or something stupid dollars and then make them work 40 hours for it if they don't want to pay for it.
Yeah.
So you basically
I already got a full-time job, EA.
Yeah, I don't have time for two.
I don't need my Star Wars video game to be my second job.
I work 50 plus hours a week.
You get paid in Star Wars characters.
Like, the fuck?
Every week you'll get a new character.
I'd be livid. Like, excuse me, what?
We're replacing your salary with Star Wars figurines.
Those better be limited edition collectibles that I can sell for at least 20 grand a piece, and I get one a month. Those are the rules.
Those are the rules.
All right. Pay me in figurines. This ain't no damn Zelda game.
You talking about amiibos?
No, I'm talking about when you would go around and you would take the pictures of things in Wind Waker and you would bring them back to the guy and he would make the figurines. And basically you got paid for all the time you spent hunting that thing down with a figurine that you could go look at.
Look at this thing.
And then I'm pretty sure if you got all of them though, you got a better camera. I know I did get every single figurine in that game one time. Because I'm a nerd.
Yeah. Big old fat nerd.
But back to EA. They consistently misuse microtransactions. And then in Battlefield 5, they were finally like, oh, hey, maybe we shouldn't do that. You fucking think? Really? You got the most downvoted Reddit comment in history because of the controversy with Battlefront 2, excuse me. And you just don't do anything about it for what, like 4 years?
Pretty much. I mean, I don't know if they ever actually fixed Battlefront 2 because I never went back to it.
Well, I mean, when they release, I don't remember when Battlefront 2 was released, but they didn't do anything until they released Battlefront 5. Because in Battlefield 1,
you keep
Battlefield, I keep messing it up. Jesus Lord. But in Battlefield 1, they didn't, and I meant to say Battlefield 1. In Battlefield 1, they still had loot boxes and stuff that you could buy. Battlefield 5, they removed that. They still have cosmetics and stuff, but it's not loot boxes. And, like, why couldn't you address that issue earlier? Why can't you address other issues that we have with games that you put out?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
You're not, you don't give a shit about us, so don't
pretend.
Say you do. Don't pretend you do.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, what it comes down to is they're going to have to consistently have bad sales and have to really take a look at it. And it just isn't going to happen because they still have the EA Sports part that's going to
which those are not doing bad at all. Yeah. I mean, if you look at their total sales from 2015 to 2016, they took a little bit of a hit, but they were still profitable and like by $1 billion in profit. Like, all right, they're not hurting. Like, even if we knock a chunk out of that, it's still $1 billion. Like, that's a good amount of profit. So they're gonna
more money than most of us will ever see.
Yeah. So if we can't hit them hard, nothing's ever gonna change because, I mean, even if the CEO fully believes that they need to move to player first, if the rest of the board isn't hurting, what do they care?
Yeah.
They're still making their money. They don't care. They look at their tables and they go, microtransactions make us money. Do more of those.
Yeah. We want the money.
That's what we care about. They want to get their fat, grubby, disgusting fingers all over all of the money and stuff their filthy pockets with it.
Give me the money. I want the money. Money, please.
Again, we're not affiliated with Parks and Rec in any way, shape, or form. But they're gonna keep being shitty until we stop buying their games. And I don't necessarily want thousands of people to lose their jobs. I'm not saying EA needs to go out of business, but they need to do what they said they were gonna do back in 2014, and put the players first, and stop shitting.
Yeah, I mean, it's so weird that this is the only industry, one of the only industries where you can just completely not give a shit about your consumer base and still be okay.
Right? Like. Well, it doesn't help that there's a bunch of Karens out there just buying video games for their 8-year-old because they won't shut up about it, and they're too lazy to actually parent.
Yeah.
And so then you got, first of all, I hate that I have an 8-year-old screeching in my ear constantly in a very violent video game he probably shouldn't be playing. Listen to me. We gotta go to the objective.
And
Listen.
The guy that's playing music really loud and you can hear it through his microphone.
The other guy ripping a bong, and you're like, what the hell kind of squad is this? What is this? Then you say, screw this game, and you go play Call of Duty, and then it's just like all of the 8-year-olds just in a screeching contest like they're howler monkeys.
Yeah, that's why I don't like FPSs, honestly.
It's why anytime I play an FPS now, it's with people that I already know in real life. That we get on our Xboxes and we go into a party chat. We don't listen to those
You still hear them when they kill you, and it's like, yeah, backing you. Cause
You can still hear them in the in your brain. They're just oh, you smug little shit.
All right. Well, I don't know what else to say about this because this is the third time we've made this video, so
I know
it sucks. I'm just kind of out of it.
Yeah.
So
sorry, it's not as long as our previous videos. We'll do some linky bits in the description. We didn't really talk that much about the Reddit comment, but I read the whole comment. We've talked about it before. You can go read the comment. We're gonna link that.
Yeah.
Read the replies to the comment too. Some of them are
pretty fun.
Hilarious, and some of them are just like, shut the fuck up, stop lying.
Yeah.
Which is pretty great.
Yeah.
But we'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll see you guys on Monday.
And then we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Later.
Later, taters.